All right, we're happy to be joined by Sauce Gardner on the desk of the Fantasy Football Happy Hour here. And Sauce, listen, we're all excited, man. We got to see a little glimpse of that Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson connection this weekend. You get a front row seat of that at practice every day, of course, going against Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. What has that been like for you this summer?
Man, it's been great. I can't do nothing but smile when I just know that I went up against them every day in practice. And, when it's game time, they just go out there and dominate. And, it looks easy for Garrett, going against somebody like me, vice versa. It's easier for me going up against Garrett and Aaron. So I'm just excited to see them perform this year.
Hey, Sauce, I'm really keen to understand how you evaluate your own performance after each game. Are there certain stats that you look at? Is there something you look for in the tape? Or just how do you assess how you play each week?
I just had that domination mentality. You know what I mean? If I feel like I'm dominating, that's a good game. If I give your receptions up and, then I feel like it wasn't good enough. But it's really simple. If I can get my hands on the ball, get some takeaways, that's obviously a plus. So going into the game, that's it. If the ball come my way, I just gotta, I gotta get the takeaway, and that's what I didn't do too much last year. I only had 2 interceptions, so that's what I've been working on all season. I'm looking forward to getting them opportunities this upcoming season.
Sauce, we know to get the fans excited for the return of Sauce. You went undercover and worked as a waiter for B-Dubs. What was that experience like, and what was it like, the people that you actually were a waiter for? Were they on to you at all? Did it take a long time?
Man, that was a great experience. It was fun. I don't think too many people caught on to me. I think it was probably like 1 or 2 families, but it was just great, being able to just, troll the fans, take food off their plate, eat food, feed grown men Sauce. It was a lot of fun and funny stuff going on. Man, I had a great time.
Well, that much is clear. It's been fun to watch you because we see you're having a great time on the field. You're having a great time off. Your personality shines through. I think it's one of the reasons why you're such a fan favorite. I'm curious, you talked about last year in terms of your performance on the field. You felt like you only got 2 interceptions. You need to improve there. I'm curious, you did an interview a while ago where you talked about the fact they asked you, who's the toughest guy you ever guarded in college? And you brought up Calvin Austin as somebody that was really tough because of how fast he was, and you were young in your career in college. I'm curious, who was the biggest challenge this past year in your first year in the pros? A year, by the way, in which you did win Defensive Rookie of the Year. So you obviously did something right, my friend.
Man, it's hard because I went up against a lot of great elite receivers this past year, so I can't just single one guy out. You know what I mean? I don't went up against Stephon Diggs, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Amari Cooper, Justin Jefferson. Like, I didn't went up against a lot of elite receivers, so I can't just single just one person out. But man, it was a fun year. I'm just looking forward to this upcoming year.
Sauce, I think everyone knows about Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers and the big names on the Jets offense. In camp, has there been someone who's gone a little under the radar, you think, maybe not as big of a name, who's going to have a really big season?
I would probably say Tony Adams. He go by the name of TA. He's been our starting safety this past camp, and in preseason, the past game. And he's a guy that flies under the radar, but man, he just got that domination mentality. You know what I mean? That's my guy, man. My guy.
What about on the offensive side of the ball? Again, we all know about Rodgers and Garrett. We know about Cris. Curious if there's somebody on the offensive side of the ball when you guys are facing off that you're like, that's somebody that's going to have a big year and they're not ready for it.
I would say Mekhi Becton and Jeremy Ruckert. Mekhi, because he faced a lot of adversity. Just being able to just come and be a part of the team and just watch how hard he worked and just watch him just dominate, on and off the field. That's just motivation to me. And guys like Jeremy Ruckert, who I came in with, and just seeing his growth from last season and last year to this year is just great, man. I just can't wait to watch both of those guys dominate this year.
All right, a reminder to everybody, Sauce will be back nationwide all football season, including the postseason. Sauce Gardner, it was great having you on, man. Great talking to you. Continued success and good luck this season.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Appreciate y'all for having me as well.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and RotoWorld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, okay? Respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from RotoWorld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.